to go ahead and say that I did go ahead and get my VAGS done. My surgery is complete. I am finally back at home and I could not feel any better. Now, with the hospital stay, it was just kind of like a different cold situation for me. So I was like super ready to get home. Everything as far as surgery went well. Now it's just the healing process. I did go ahead and I did clear everything. The hardest part for me with the surgery is not being able to go to the bathroom. Um, on bowel movement. It's very, very hard for me. It still is. And I'm just like, okay, well, when. So with that being said, I did go ahead. I had the surgery done on June the 9th. And I initially started this process back in, I think it was April, of saying that I was going to go ahead and do it because it was something that I always wanted to do. I had did so much research and so looked at so many other reviews on YouTube about go ahead and getting the VSG done. VSG done. It was a process. I had to first go through the process of seeing my surgeon, which was my VSG surgeon, and then I had to go through the process of also seeing a dietitian, a nutrient dietitian doctor, and then I also had to see a psychiatrist. And I had 2 sessions with the psychiatrist, I had 2 sessions with the dietitian, and then I had 2 sessions with my doctor, my surgeon, and then we scheduled surgery. He submitted it for insurance and we scheduled surgery. And I guess that's pretty much the requirements for my insurance. So I started the process around like April 27th, and I finally had surgery done on June 9th. Now, the surgery itself, it was scary, especially experiencing everything that we were going through with this COVID-19 thing. So it's like, we couldn't have anyone at the hospital with us, so it was just me by myself. So that within itself was scary enough. Moving on from there, I actually got prepped for surgery. I went into surgery. Surgery went fine. When I got done with surgery, the surgeon called my mom and told my mom that everything went successfully. So then after the first night, I want to say I experienced a lot of discomfort with the gas pains. After the surgery, that was like the hardest thing for me. The fixing of the stomach, just that whole having things pass, the gas, it was too much for me, and I'm just like, I'm in pain. I think at one point I was in tears. Like, that's how bad it hurted that first night. The second night, piece of cake. And now I'm home. I'm just still having the pain from my biggest incision. I did have, I think it was 5 or 6 incisions, but mind you, I had already had my gallbladder removed previous, maybe like a year and a half ago. So he didn't use the same incisions. He actually went in with different incisions. So now I have all these incisions on my stomach, but the newer ones, one of them is like bigger, it's maybe about this big, about that big. And with it being that big, that's like my most painful one. So he did give me like a narcotic to come home with on. I think I've taken it a total of once since I've been home, and I came home yesterday, which was on the 11th. Today is now the 12th, and I'm still just going through the recovery process, but I do feel amazing. I don't care what anyone says. If you feel like you're gonna go through this surgery and you're just gonna go ahead and not utilize as far as eating stuff and stuff like that, I do want to tell you that making yourself eat or drink something daily and walking, I cannot stress this enough, will get you through this. Like, trying to just eat like a couple ounces. I did broth, popsicles, and water, like ice chips and water, popsicles, ice chips, and that sort of stuff. So that's going to be the thing that's going to actually get you through this surgery. And I'm telling you, once you walk, it does release some of the gas that I was talking about from the pains. So the most important thing to do after surgery is just walk. If you have the ability and you feel up to it, go ahead and just walk, because that will release some of the gas pains. I did also, another thing was like keeping your body hydrated so that you don't have that point where you get to the dehydration. So go ahead and keep your body hydrated. Popsicles are good. I did broth, Jello, because I'm on a clear liquid diet, like a full clear liquid diet. I meet with my dietitian today, And then I think I'm off clear liquids on Sunday. So in like 2 more days, I'll be able to go to full liquids. So I'll be able to go back to my Premier protein shakes, which were so nasty in the beginning, but they ended up being a lot better as time went on. I guess like I'm like, hey, I think it was like 24 of them from Amazon. I'm like, I'm drinking these because I spent the money for them. So eventually my body did get adjusted to them, because stuff like that normally gives me a headache. But my body did go ahead and get adjusted to it. And it's, it's not as bad as it used to be. So I did say I was going to order some more, because it looks like I'm going to be on those for a while. I was going to go ahead and order some more. And another favorite. The first favorite I ordered was the caramel. And then I went ahead and now I think I'm going to go ahead and try chocolate. But outside of all of that, it's not a bad process. I feel like if you are considering it, I would go ahead. I had battled with this for many years, whether I was going to do it or not. I felt like this opportunity presented itself, and it was just time for me to go ahead and do it. Like, I was at my highest weight that I had been in my life, and I was just like, you know what, it was time to go ahead and get that done. So I'm still working through the process. I'm still in the recovery stage, and I will go ahead and keep you all updated. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. Toya Gang, yes, go ahead and hit me up, and I will be glad to answer any questions, answers that you may need. If you're considering this process, just please go ahead and reach out to me, and I will try to be as supportive as everyone that was being supportive to me. I will be as supportive as I can to go ahead and give you any information that you need as far as this surgery. If you're looking into it, please go ahead, just look into it. If you got any questions, hit me up. Thank you so much for watching.